What's up guys, Pippy here, and welcome to episode 69 of my road to Manchester City. A long episode today, as usually Wednesday episodes are. Usually Wednesday is the longest, Friday is the shortest, and then Monday is like right in between. So I guess there's a little bit for everyone, I guess. But yeah, we're starting off this episode by taking a look at our club. I told you guys I was going to buy some discard informs, and that is exactly what I did. As you saw right there, I bought a bunch for like less than 13,000 coins. All different ratings, 82s, 81s, and 80s, I think. I also went ahead and bought every single 84 that was cheap. I told you guys I would do that as well. And the reason we're doing that is because we are preparing for a future Team of the Week SBC. And not only that, we're kind of making a prediction that on Friday, when the Player of the Month comes out, you might need a full informed team like you did for Hazard. And I'm predicting Lukaku to win that. So Lukaku and Hazard, both Belgium, both high rated. They just play for different clubs. So maybe the requirements are similar. And that is why we're doing that. You can go ahead and take a look at our trade pile. I did buy another Jovic over here for 55,000 coins. I actually wanted to buy some more for 55 or less, but they didn't really pop up too often. So that is why we still have 140,000 coins. But next episode, you're going to be seeing that our coin total is going to go way down because I do end up buying some more cards. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and complete the marquee matchups that came out. When did this come out? This came out, I think, on Monday. And it was for the Champions League games that are going on. Napoli versus Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid won that one. I actually thought Napoli had a good chance of knocking Real Madrid out because they actually took the lead in the second leg. And I thought they could do something here, but Real Madrid was just too good for them. And they ended up winning that. As for Roma and Lyon, I have no idea how that one turned out. They might play today, actually. I'm not too sure. Ajax and Copenhagen, I have no idea about that one. Unfortunately for the Ajax one, we weren't able to complete it because we don't have Eredivisie players, which is really frustrating. And I think the reason we don't have them is because once I completed the Eredivisie SBC, I started getting rid of every single Eredivisie player I had through the bronze upgrade, the silver upgrade, or the gold upgrade. And to add on top of that, I think there was marquee matchups before this that also had an Eredivisie game in there. So that is why we just have like no Eredivisie players, and the ones we do have aren't from Ajax, which is annoying. So we're gonna have to go ahead and buy an Ajax player, which I didn't really want to do because they're going for a lot. But it's definitely going to be worth it because the packs are pretty decent for this marquee matchups. But we went ahead and completed the Turkish League SBC. Another one we can check off the checklist. We're going to get ourselves that Samuel Eto'o, who very much like the Utaka that we got last episode, is never going to see the light of day for us because he is just in a bad league, a bad nation. And quite frankly, he doesn't have the stats that I like in a striker. Call me a pace whore all you want. But if my striker doesn't have at least 86 or 87 pace, I honestly can't play with you. So that's why Eto'o is just going to be another SBC card for the collection that we won't really play with. But yeah, another SBC that we've completed, guys. I'm really loving completing these SBCs now. We completed the League 1, we completed the J League, we completed the Eredivisie one, and now we completed the Super League one, which is very nice. Unfortunately, we haven't really completed the ones I want to complete other than the League 1. I really want to complete the Pro League one, but it's too expensive right now for that 100k pack. That's why I want to complete that one. I want to complete the MLS one, which we might be doing later on in this episode, I think. So that is pretty exciting because I really want to try out that Giovinco at some points. And other than that, I don't really care about any of the other ones. I don't really care about the Scottish one. I don't really care about the Liga MX one. I don't care about, obviously I care about the La Liga one. I would love that Suarez. Unfortunately, though, I think that is actually one of the only ones we won't be able to complete all year because of how expensive it is. And there's not a chance in hell we're going to pack all the Real Madrid, Barca, and Atletico players that we need untradeable. So I don't think we're going to get that Suarez this year. But it is what it is. As for the Serie A one, yeah. You guys know how I feel about that one, right? So, we'll probably complete it sometime this year, but come on. Higuain, yeah. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's any other SBC. Oh yeah, the Liga NOS one. God damn, man. We've had this one since like the beginning of the game, and it's just really annoying that I haven't completed it yet. We have like 7 teams left. They're pretty expensive, but I really hope we can complete that one soon. And it's not even because I want to have Jonas, even though I feel like he would be an amazing card. I think I played with Jonas last year in my other series where I played every single tournament, the trophy cabinet. I think I played with Jonas, and he was actually really good, which I found surprising because he was a slow striker. So the fact that I enjoyed a slow striker says a lot, and I really feel like that Jonas card from the SBC is really good. But I won't be playing with him this year because there's no need to play with a Portuguese League striker. But if there ever is like a little tournament... Look at this, by the way. We packed a orange card, and I skipped the pack because it was a terrible pack, and I didn't expect anything. But we got ourselves a man of the match card. And while he's not worth anything, that's the first man of the match card we've packed all year, guys. And that's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and sell him for 17,000 coins. So annoying that I skipped the pack because we would have been able to see that orange flare. And after that, I told myself, okay, no matter how shit the pack is, I'm not going to skip it until I see the flare. But yeah, back to the Jonas thing. I don't think I'll ever use Jonas when I get him. But it would be nice for them to do something where I am inclined to use him. We get the best kid in the world right there, by the way. Yeah, I would like. There's so many players that I would love to try out, but I can't because they have no space in my weekend league team. And those players are Cavani, Lacazette I actually get to play with because he's been a great sub for me this weekend league. Yeah, Cavani, Jonas, obviously. I would like to try Utaka and Eto'o, but there's nowhere to do it. Like, I'm not going to play single matches. It's a waste of gameplay for you guys. I'm obviously not going to play within divisions because we're in the top 3 divisions, and the deal was to play with the city team in the top 3 divisions. Other than that, there's really nowhere else to play with other than the daily knockout tournament, and I really don't want to be doing that. But yeah, it's a shame. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and open up the packs that we got for completing marquee matchups, the league SBCs, and all that crap. We're just filling up our club with consumables over here, getting squad fitness cards that are still going for a lot. I'm actually pretty happy about packing squad fitness cards now because they're going for so much. And honestly, if you're getting gold 3 and gold 2 every week, don't put yourself down too much because usually those packs include a lot of squad fitness cards, and you can sell them for 1.5k a pop. And I'm not too sure how many you get in those packs, but I swear you can get like between 4 and 5. And 4 and 5, that's like what, 6k if you get 4, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, we ended up selling the orange man of the match card right there. He sold pretty quickly for 17,000 coins. He's got a decent card, but it's pretty much bang average, and that is why he is going for absolutely nothing. But hey ho, it's still a man of the match card, and it's 17,000 coins in the bank, which actually makes completing the Super Lig SBC that much better because that means we did it for even less. But yeah, we go ahead and open up some more packs. We get ourselves Diego Alves over here. I'm actually getting pretty excited now that we're packing these 83s and 84s because I feel like it's right around the corner, guys. By the way, we get a silver in that pack who goes for a nice amount of coins, 6,700 coins for that silver guy right there. And he was a duplicate, so that's even better. But yeah, guys, it's right around the corner, I feel, the Team of the Week SBC. Whether it be the Foot Birthday or the St. Patrick's Day event that's coming up, one of those events is going to have the Team of the Week SBC. Mark my words. And we're going to be ready for that because we have informs, 83s, 84s, and everything you need to complete those SBCs and sell for profit. But yeah, we get a big flare in this one. Unfortunately, though, it's Gleek. And that really makes me take or not want to take the Dybala that we packed earlier this year for granted, because when I got that big flare, I was really excited. I'm like, this is going to be a good-ass player. And it was Dybala, and I was like, you know what? Big flares are really good. But then I've gotten a few big flares since then, and they've been pretty terrible players. So don't take good players in big flare packs for granted because it's not that common. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into Division 3. We're currently at 4 wins, 2 losses. Not the greatest record, but definitely not the worst. I said it like I have a lisp. But not the worst. I think we're projected to get promoted or the title, and we're looking to get promotion in this episode if we win both games. And we jump into our first game over here, and we come across this guy who's got a really, really average side over here. Pretty weird. I figured that in Division 3 you would start to see the big boy teams, but this guy has a pretty cheap BPL team. However, he does have the upper hand on me though, because he's playing with a formation I really struggle with against. Especially with the 4-3-2-1 against the 4-2-3-1 or 2 or whatever the hell it is with the left mid and right mid. I really struggle against that formation in the weekend league, so I wasn't too excited about playing that. But we would get the party started over here. Kun Aguero, man of the match. Love this guy. We go ahead, make it 1-0 early on in the 16th minute, and not too long after, in the 26th minute, we're looking for a second goal over here. Jesus to De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a horrendous pass to Jesus, but he would try to clear it off of the defense. A little bit of lag there, and Mendy loses the ball to Gundogan. Gundogan to Jesus. Jesus to Aguero, and Aguero to Gundogan. And finally, Gundogan has done something. I hate him so much this year in FIFA. I loved his normal card for the few games that we played with him earlier on in the year, but once I got to his team in the group stage, I just absolutely hated the card. But finally, he gets himself a goal there, and it was enough to make this guy rage quit at only 2-0 down in the 30th minute. But that is what we love to see. We want to get these quick wins in Division 3 so we can get to Division 1 as soon as possible. So we're now at 5 wins. We're just 3 points away from promotion, 6 points away from the title. We're going to look to secure promotion in this next game coming up. Jesus gets himself an injury card, or not an injury card, an injury right there, which was a little bit heartbreaking because it reminds me that he's still out for like another month. But it is what it is. Oh, speaking of Jesus, by the way, he's nominated for Player of the Month. Now, this is really interesting to me because he's not the only City player nominated for Player of the Month. David Silva is nominated for Player of the Month, and they have like the stats for every player and why they're nominated. I think there's like 6 nominees. The fact that there's 2 City players is kind of crazy to me, but David Silva is nominated for Player of the Month because of 8 chances created, not 8 goals, not 8 assists. 8 chances created, and I found that hilarious that he's nominated for that. I mean, it's still really good. He's a great playmaker, amazing cam, one of the best in the Premier League. But the fact that he's nominated for chances created, I don't know. I found that funny. Jesus, obviously, is nominated for the amazing start he had in the month. Unfortunately, though, it was cut short because of his injury. I honestly feel that if Jesus didn't get injured, he would have secured Player of the Month. But maybe I'm just biased. But yeah, just imagine if Jesus wins Player of the Month. Obviously, the front runners are Harry Kane and Romelu Lukaku. I honestly think Lukaku's going to win, but it could be Kane. But I honestly feel like Jesus is the dark horse and the underdog in this. And if he wins, I don't know how I'll feel because it won't be too expensive, I don't think. It might be expensive, honestly. But I don't know. I think I'll be happy, to be honest, because we missed out on the Sterling SBC, and I'm honestly starting to regret that. Every week that City plays and Sterling does nothing, I start to regret not doing the SBC more, and I honestly have a feeling that there's going to come a point this year where we have the best City team. We're going to have man of the match Aguero, man of the match Yaya, informed De Bruyne, team of the season Sané, because I'm predicting Sané to get team of the season, but it might not happen. Whatever. Inform Bravo, yeah, whatever, Bravo, right? But we're going to have all the good cards, and we're not going to have the Player of the Month Sterling, and it's going to kill me knowing that I have the best possible City team except for Sterling because I was too cheap to do the SBC. I honestly need you guys to pray, man. I need you guys to pray that Sterling starts to do something in the games because I need him to get informs so I can justify my decision that I made like months ago that he would get himself informs and I wouldn't need to do the SBC because it would suck if I get the best possible City team and Sterling is not the best version of himself in that team, but whatever. It is what it is. We live with the mistakes that we make, and we only grow better and move on. Back to Jesus, Player of the Month. If he wins, that'd be great. I think he'd be like, well, look at this goal, by the way. Now, Philippe Coutinho, amazing player, great finesse shot, but the fact that he's standing still, just whiffs with his left foot and puts it into the top corner, what is that goal, man? Should he be scoring that? I don't know. That was annoying to me. It gave this guy kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but like a way back into this game, I guess. And he actually started to play a little bit better once he scored that goal, and it was pretty annoying to me because I made a stupid slide tackle right there, and he gets a penalty now. He has a great chance to make it 4-2. And the fact that I was winning 4-0 after the first half, I honestly thought the game was over, and I started to play a little bit like I hate making excuses, but I started to like not try too much. I started messing around a little bit, and he got himself 2 goals pretty quickly. So I said, okay, gotta stop messing around, gotta start taking this serious. We don't want to blow a 4-0 lead. How embarrassing would that be? So I started to get back into the form that I was once we scored those fourth goals, and I was looking for a 5th. But yeah, what was I saying? Jesus, player of the month, hope he wins, blah blah blah. He's not gonna win, but it's okay. Other than that, like, I honestly don't know what's gonna happen with like city cards and special cards. Like Gundogan, he's never gonna get one again because he's out injured for the rest of the season. He scores right there to make it 5-2. Aguero is one that I honestly think could get another one. We play Monaco next week, and if he does something in that game, he'll get another one, and that's crazy because we just bought the man of the match one, so we might have to sell it in the next week or so, which it's annoying because we might lose coins, and we're gonna need to buy a more expensive card, but it is what it is. He's just too good. What are you gonna do? The midfielders, I honestly don't think any of our midfielders are gonna get another special card unless they do something against Monaco. I'm talking like De Bruyne and Yaya, because I honestly don't think Fernandinho will score. Our attackers, Jesus is injured. You know what? Sterling could get him out of the match in the Monaco game, and that's something I need to hope for too, because I'm hoping for him to do things in the league. We play Stoke today, so there's a great chance for him to do something. I'm hoping for him to do things in the league, but I forgot that, you know what? Sterling, do something in the Champions League and get yourself a man of the match card. Do whatever you can. Just get yourself a freaking special card so I can feel good about not doing the SBC. But yeah, Sterling could get himself a card. Sane, the fact that he hasn't got an inform yet is baffling to me because he's been so good. And other than that, we don't really have any other players that I think will get special cards. I mean, we might see a special defender card, but I wouldn't put my money on that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and complete the marquee matchups over here. Earlier on in the episode, not that we forgot, we weren't able to complete the Ajax one because we didn't have the players. I went ahead and opened up a bunch of bronze packs and the bronze upgrade packs, hoping I would get an Ajax player. Unfortunately, I didn't, so I said, you know what, screw it. Let's go ahead and buy one. And we ended up buying one for 1.7 right there, which is just too much. But whatever, it's fine. He was the only player out of all 4 teams in the marquee matchups that we had to buy, so I wasn't too fussed about that. But yeah, we go ahead and complete the Ajax and Copenhagen one over here. The good thing about this one was that there wasn't a rating, so I could just use bronzes from wherever. So I just went with all of the bronze English players that I have in the club. And these guys I pack like a million times over throughout the weekend because of all the bronze packs I open in between games. So this one was a pretty easy one to complete. We also get ourselves a silver pack, so I didn't really want to throw silvers and golds into this because that'd be a bit stupid. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and put a bunch of bronze English guys in here. The reason I put in the rare ones is because I just don't have enough of the non-rare ones. Since I packed them so much, I usually put these guys through the bronze upgrade. And that is why I don't really have that many, so I'm putting them through. I'm putting the rare ones through this. Doesn't really matter. We're going to pack those guys back a million times over, so I'm not too fussed about it. But yeah, we go ahead and complete the marquee matchups. Like I said, we didn't have to buy anyone other than the Ajax player in all 4 teams. And we get ourselves a silver pack, and we also get ourselves a prime gold players pack. Now, I'm not too sure if that's a good pack or not, but I have a feeling it is. And before we go ahead and open up those packs, we're going to go ahead and complete the MLS SBC. Now, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to complete this one for a while, and the reason for that is because there is one team in particular that has been all year the most expensive team in this SBC, and that is Sporting Kansas City. And the reason it was so expensive was because you can only have 5 American players in the starting 11. And since they have so many Americans, there's only a few other nations in that team, and which drove their price up. And they've been so expensive. Like, you have players going for like over 20,000 coins, which is ridiculous. And I was never gonna do it. We've packed the left back, the Colombian guy, a few times already. He's also a player that you need in that. And I went ahead and checked what we were missing, and lo and behold, EA changed the requirement. You no longer need those different nationalities. You can just use whoever you want, and we were able to complete it, which was crazy to me. I was so happy. We get ourselves Giovinco. I definitely want to use him at some point throughout this year because he looks like a great player. We also get ourselves 20,000 coins back, which is very nice, and we can check off another League SBC off our checklist. That is like 5 now, or 4 that we've completed, and we've only got a few left. And I'm pretty hyped about that. But yeah, we go ahead and open up the packs that we got for completing all these teams over here. We also get ourselves a Colorado Rapids player right there, you're going to see. And he's actually a player that we got the City card of because he was at City at some point. I think he's either we sold him or he's on loan. I have no idea. But hey, he was the City card at some point, and we have him in the club. And yeah, before we go ahead and open the next packs, I had to go ahead and clear the transfer list because we just have too many things in the transfer list over here. Clear those 2 players that we sold, and we're going to go ahead and open up some more packs over here. Not skipping the flare anymore because of what happened before, but I don't think we were going to be that lucky this time around anyways. But yeah, you see me discarding the duplicates. I just don't have room. It's really annoying. I hate getting rid of golds and silvers and stuff like that because I love putting them through the gold upgrade and silver upgrade. But when you don't have room, you really don't have another choice. I just don't want to spend time getting rid of players in the trade pile when I just want to open these packs and get it done with. But yeah, we go ahead and open up the last 2 packs over here. They're just 2 rare gold player packs. I swear to you guys, I have never gotten anything good in these 2 rare gold player packs. I've seen people get some crazy cards, crazy informs, crazy man of the matches, crazy team of the years even, but we have never gotten anything good. I think the best thing we've packed all year from those 2 rare gold player packs has been the Coutinho that we got rid of through the SBC. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish off this episode over here, guys, by buying another Giovinco for 55,000 coins. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 69 of my road to Manchester City. Next episode is going to be a good one. Don't miss that one. We're going to be opening up our weeklies, our monthlies, and doing the draft. It's going to be great. Don't miss that episode, guys. It will be out on Friday. My name is PBD. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.